Hey y'all, Stump here. Well, this is a little different than normal, I reckon. Buddy of mine on YouTube, he's got a few videos showing the finds from the market of the fleas. Yeah, some of you already know who I'm talking about. Old C. Spearman. Starting to make a real good friendship with that old boy. But anyway, we hit our local flea market, jockey lot, as most folks around here call it. We picked up a few things today. I hate to say diamonds in the rough or anything like that, but for what we paid, I don't think we done too bad. So we'll get into that here. Alright, first of all, yeah, bought a red bag. Well, inside a said red bag, I ain't even been out of the package yet. Or if they did, they put them back up after they washed them really good. Y'all know I like to cook on the grill mighty much, and old Stumpette seen that and grabbed it up. There's a big old spatula and monstrous fork and a pair of tongs. Neat looking little case. So, picked that up. She spoke with the lady a little bit after we picked up a few other things from the same folks. And, well, that was $5. Little bitty tackle box here. It's got the very hard to open, very difficult to open. Anyway, a little lid on the lid. And of course, you know, like most any other tackle box, got the little tray. Well, that right there is going to be for a lot of my Dremel tool stuff. Because, yeah, got a massive amount of stuff goes to a Dremel tool. But you know, different little bits and burrs and buffing wheels and cut off wheels and such. It'd just be a little easier way to keep up with it while my wife's phone's going off. Thank you, dear.
YouTube.
Probably is somebody from YouTube. Now, a lot of you have seen these things all over the place. You know, the little eating knives, hobo tool, whatever you want to call it. And you know, most of them will only do that. I'm not sure about this lighting, y'all. Sorry about that. But that one does come apart. Well, that ain't really all that uncommon, but usually let's just call him a brilliant individual that designs them, normally puts the knife on the same handle as the fork, which makes it a little difficult to cut something up unless you using your belt knife or one of your pocket knives or a jackknife or some what have you like that. Well, somebody was smart enough to put the knife on the spoon, so whilst you're stabbing you can cut it. It only took a few hundred years for somebody to figure that out. Anyway, this little thing was, hey, yeah, Stumpette's over there holding up 3 fingers. That was $3. Local stores around here, you can find them. They normally run 5, 6, maybe 7. But there at the jockey lot, old boy I know had a bunch of them on a table. I'd much rather see him get a $3 and see some overgrown monster of a chain store make money off of it. And before I get to that stove, my buddy Spearman is looking into that for me. And yeah, this lighting is horrible. So I tell you what, I'm gonna match pause on that camera and move it out here so I can stay in the light a little better, because west is yonder way and the sun is starting to go down, and we all know it comes up in the east and it goes down in the west, and I got the house blocking my light right now. So I'm gonna move out just a little bit and see if it helps any at all. So y'all hang on. Alright, I can see the little clock ticking, so we're obviously back. Like I was saying, I picked that up. See, I got the camera at a weird angle now. Picked that up about 2 weeks ago, the same little jockey lot. It would help if I'd hold it in the frame, wouldn't it? Now, I have no illusion that it's some lost A.G. Russell or nothing like that, but it's got a really good high carbon blade on it. And old Spearman, he's looking into it for me, see if we can get at least a rough manufacturing date. Now, you can tell it's been beat on and thrashed on, and somebody hit it with a belt grinder somewhere down the road. But I showed it a little love, oiled the handle up a little bit because it is stacked leather. And I got to working on the edge a little bit. I got a right long ways to go on that edge yet, but it's getting there. It will shave you now at least. But anyway.
How much you pay for it?
Oh yeah, that was $2. Thank you, dear. Kind of drifted right off track of what I was talking about, didn't I? Well, some of you know we really enjoy camping a good bit. We've got, God knows, let's see.
3?
Yeah, 3 of these stoves like it. Well, not quite like this. They're all propane. This one here is the Coleman 425E. Watched a couple of videos on it already, and it's definitely going to be a restoration project. I'm fairly convinced it will run now, but I'd rather go through and clean and tune everything up and get it running exactly right before I'm in the middle of the night somewhere trying to cook dinner. And yeah, there's a whole lot less scrubbing of soot off a pot with this. We'll just leave it at that. But this one here was made in March of '76, according to the stamp on the bottom of it. And as you can see, it looks like it's been in somebody's barn since about June of '76. Dirt dauber nest all over the place and such. But I don't think it's going to be too hard to clean up. Let me grab this out of here. Yep. Got the, yeah, let's get in frame there. Got the little gas tank, just slides right into it. The little pump. Which I already know I got to redo that because it don't build no pressure even if you cover up the little vent hole. And the O-ring here on the fuel cap is fine. So my issue is in here. I'm going to pull it all apart and look at it. I may just cut a piece of leather. Because these old ones, that's all it is, a little leather washer down inside of there. But I am going to pull all this here apart. There's basically a in frame here, yeah. Inside of here, there's basically a spring. Now it's free floating, and attached to this piece here, there's a brass rod runs through there on the inside of that spring, and this little 3/8 fitting pops right off. And you see, you may be able to see in there, I don't know, but that rod has a needle on it. Well, this little fitting is actually a seat, similar to what you'd find inside a carburetor on a lawnmower or something. Well, as you turn this, these threads push or pull that rod, affecting that needle's location to the seat in that little fitting. The further the needle is away, the more juice goes through it. And of course, these generator type deals here, the flame from the eye heats this. So you put pressure in said tank with the pump, and as this gets hot from the burner, it's not so much the pressure you build, but you vaporize that fuel better, and it runs through some plumbing down here. Well, now that I've over explained that, this just slides right in there. It just sits there. You'll pump this up. You put fuel in it obviously first. Pump this up, close it off. This little deal has to be straight up and down. And you'll open your valve up. You'll put some heat over there in the form of a flame or a good spark, whatever. It'll light, and you leave it running until these flames that are going to be yellow to start with and orange actually turn blue. Then you just take it and lay it down, and it just adjusts the mix enough to get a good flame going. And of course you can adjust your flame here. Now as far as getting that second eye going, right over here, you ain't gonna be able to see that like that because of my big old hand. You will just simply open that up. Again, my big old hand's in the way. Anyway, you would just turn that, open it, set fire to that eye, and commence to cooking on it. Now when you light the second eye, you're going to have to turn up your fuel, because the first eye that has been using all the fuel is now only getting half the fuel. There's not separate temperature zones. This one you can adjust to whatever you want, but if you got this one going, they're both going to be the same flame height, I guess we'll say. But anyway, that's just what I picked up today. Stumpette's going to show some of what she picked up here shortly. Oh yeah, see, she's doing her finger puppet thing. Y'all need to tell her thank you for that on her videos. That was $5. So yeah, I don't think that was too bad. There will be a few videos on this. I guess we'll call it a restoration. Ain't gonna be no fancy paint work or nothing like that. We just gonna kind of go through all the plumbing. But we're gonna go through the plumbing, get it running, you know. Next few weeks, there'll be a video of that up. Maybe we'll do some cooking on it. Maybe we'll let some wheel weights get hot and melt it down into little bars for casting in the bullets some other day. But anyway, I think I done wasted enough of y'all's time. So, y'all be good and take care. And we'll see you around.